Lando, it wasn't the easiest of testing. Where do you feel McLaren truly are in terms of pace, performance and potential?
We're in the mid-pack. We're in a reasonable position. We're going to be racing, but much more detail than that I don't know at the minute. So it doesn't matter where you necessarily start, but it's how you progress from there.
And Formula One in 2023 is go! Poor getaway for Sergio Perez, great launch off the line from Charles Leclerc, and they're very nearly making contact. And in close proximity further back, we're looking at the battle for 12th position. Said after qualifying yesterday that Lando Norris did a strong job to haul the car to 11th place.
Sniffing a further opportunity with Alonso ahead, and I can see Piastri being pushed back into the pit box.
Yep, short debut, but it was still nice to get back out there, do a first lap and be in a racing environment again.
And the Saudi Grand Prix is go! Alonso's going to put pressure on Perez in the opening meters of the Grand Prix.
I think the debris might have come from Piastri potentially in the McLaren. Yes, it has. Look, he's missing a bit of front wing there.
Piastri coming in.
I heard Oscar and Ocon came together and all of their debris hit my car and I ruined my race.
And the Australian Grand Prix is go! That was contact between Yuki Tsunoda and Oscar Piastri. Piastri at his first ever Australian Grand Prix in the points.
Whatever bad luck we had in the first two races, I think, came out as good luck today.
It's race on for Formula One in Miami.
You see the fast-moving debris, and then
Lando being hit, and that's why race control were investigating it. It's time for Formula One qualifying. Can he get to the front row in Formula One? No, it's fifth.
Lando Norris edging out Hamilton. This was always going to be a chance for them, and Norris has really taken it, parking that McLaren in the top three.
Contact! Lando Norris loses a bit of his front wing. Disaster for Lando Norris.
Obviously, race lap 1 cost us everything, but at the same time, it would have been unlikely to finish in the top 10 today. Today was the pace that we've had all year.
Norris trying to get himself up to 4th position. McLaren, no, this is a big opportunity for them today.
The pace of the car in race trim looks way more competitive than we've seen it so far, and Hamilton's wide.
Hamilton's wide to give Norris the chance. Norris will have the velocity now with the rear wing open with the DRS. Hamilton and Norris have battled at this track before, and he's just sailing on by. Lando Norris takes the place, takes 4th place. Lando Norris coming home for his best result of the season. A great result on Sunday for Norris.
Right on, mate. Five. Oh, yes.
They were struggling so much at the start of the year, had a lot of hopes on this big upgrade. Lando had it on. I still think he's a star driver. I think there's probably a Lando effect as well as the car. But Oscar's got that for this weekend, so we'll see if he can get two McLarens fighting towards the front.
Can't wait to get back out there, and especially now with some upgrades on my car.
And Lando Norris, what a performance from McLaren, 2nd and 3rd. Lights out, away we go. Max Verstappen getting off the line, but it's a good start by Norris. A very good start. Lando Norris leads. Piastri's trying to take 2nd, but Max Verstappen around the outside. But it is Lando Norris who leads from Max Verstappen in 2nd place. Max wins the British Grand Prix. Lando Norris finishes in a brilliant 2nd.
And B2, great job, man. Vamos! Great job.
Hey, podium in my home race. Podium in our home race.
And we go racing for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Good launch for Max Verstappen, and immediately they're going to go wheel to wheel. Side by side they go into turn 1. Will we go 3 wide in there? Verstappen has the inside line. Max Verstappen has the lead of the Grand Prix as he runs Lewis Hamilton wide. And what a move to the inside for Oscar Piastri, who moves up to 2nd position. Hamilton from pole down to 3rd. An amazing getaway. The two Brits go wheel to wheel. Verstappen has the lead. Then it's Piastri. Then it's Lando Norris. He lost the position to his teammate at the start. He calmly retook it in the pit stop sequence. Lando Norris back. McLaren celebrating back-to-back podiums.
Let's go! Yeah, baby!
The 3rd third sprint of the year is about to get underway, but will it get underway in the pit lane? Yes. Okay, Verstappen goes through, but all of the action, as expected, is in the pit lane.
Piastri gets away cleanly, and he's got a bid for the lead of the race here. Verstappen peels in. What can Piastri do?
That's so tight between them. Oscar Piastri roars past. Oscar Piastri takes the lead, and Oscar Piastri goes through Eau Rouge. We climb the hill through Radion Corner. It's going to be very tight between the two of them. Checking the left-hand mirror is Oscar Piastri. Look at the momentum. Look at the speed that Max Verstappen's got, and he roars through to retake the lead. What a story from the 22-year-old Australian who scores his best result in any Formula One race. 5 red lights in Spa, and the Belgian Grand Prix is go, with a great reaction time for Leclerc, who's got the lead, and Perez had to chop across Lewis Hamilton. That's a lock-up for Carlos Sainz. There is minor contact there with Oscar Piastri, and the man who was a star yesterday is out of the Grand Prix today, and he gets no further than lap 2. Oh, he's going to throw one to the inside. It was tight. It's contact between the McLaren's at Monza, but it was Norris who got by.
We're going to see Lando Norris on the outside. Lando leaves him space, and then you can see that contact of the tyres.
Hamilton against Piastri. Oh, he's made contact! He's made contact off the road. They both go, and damage for Oscar Piastri. Hamilton takes the place off the road. Another dramatic moment for Oscar Piastri's Grand Prix.
Yeah, not a whole lot went our way. Yeah, disappointing to come out of that with no points.
I don't think we could have done a lot more, and the pace was there, so good to know that. In the end of the day, just yeah, it is the way it is.
So, can Sainz back into Norris to give Norris DRS to help him defend from Russell? Is that the next curveball that Sainz can offer up in just giving Norris a better chance of keeping Russell behind?
Lando 0.8 behind, 0.8 with DRS. It's on purpose.
Carlos Sainz, the winner of the Singapore Grand Prix. Lando Norris in second place.
Let's go!
And the Japanese Grand Prix is go. Good reaction time, Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen knew he was going to get a good time. He's squeezing him. Round the outside goes Lando Norris. Max Verstappen hangs on to the lead. And for the second time in 7 days, Lando Norris is heading to the podium in second position. What a superb weekend for him and McLaren. Because it's not just one driver crossing the line to take a podium position. For the first time in Formula One, Oscar Piastri takes his place on the podium in just his 16th Grand Prix.
It feels pretty special, definitely. I remember it for a very, very long time.
Can Piastri put the pressure on Norris? Can Piastri go over the line and take the fastest time he can?
And that's the pressure he's under. His rookie teammate is a match for him.
Oscar, I do believe that is P1. Great job.
Woo! These two, corner after corner, still battling, and George Russell takes the lead. And this now is the battle for the lead. Russell got the launch off the line, he then got the lead, but now he might be about to lose it. The Australian rookie driver ignores the defence from George Russell and takes the lead back at the sprint. Oscar Piastri has done the job brilliantly. The Australian driver will see the checkered flag first. Oscar Piastri wins the sprint. Oscar Piastri with a dream weekend, winner of the sprint yesterday, second in the Grand Prix today, from 6th on the grid, and it's 10th on the grid to 3rd in the race for Lando Norris.
Really impressive pace, definitely the hardest race I've had in my life, so yeah.
Good fun, always is when you're fighting for these positions, and I kept pushing to the end, so it was a rewarding race.
On his 100th Grand Prix start, Lando Norris takes his 12th career podium. It will be second place for Lando Norris. Max Verstappen wins 19 Grand Prix in a single season. Norris in 5th, Piastri in 6th, with Red Bull on top, that we knew. It was all about 8 other positions though. McLaren hold on to 4th.
The question everyone's asking is, can you guys beat Red Bull? Now, I know you're going to say to me, no cars hit the track, don't know what everyone else has done, but is there that inner feeling after how strong last year was?
The difference in
attitude from this point 12 months ago is, night and day different.
This is the journey to crown the greatest driver and constructor on earth. And our championship begins here, in front of a sellout crowd at Bahrain International. That is a pass for position. That is Lando Norris getting past Fernando Alonso.
The McLaren's have steadily passed Fernando Alonso. Lando did it a while ago. This is Oscar Piastri sneaking up the inside on the previous lap.
A little bit off, I say quite a bit off the Ferraris, and a long way off the Red Bull. But again, that's what we were expecting.
We're close, but not quite close enough.
The Saudi Grand Prix is underway. He's got to remember to stay to the right side of the line as around the outside goes Oscar Piastri.
I think the performance of the car was good. In the end, yes, I think we missed out on a couple of points from my side. But we did what we could with the strategy that we chose to do, so I'm happy with that.
This was McLaren versus McLaren, and Lando Norris being passed by Oscar Piastri. Piastri playing the team game. They're swapping the positions.
Okay, that's P3.
Whoop whoop. Well done. Awesome. Not far behind the rest. It's getting exciting. I'm excited.
Into the pits comes Oscar Piastri. Into the pits comes Carlos Sainz. Lando Norris takes over the lead of the race. 15 times Lando Norris has stood on the podium, but never on the top step. Until now, it's a landmark day for Lando. Lando Norris wins for the first time in Formula One. It's victory in Miami for Norris and McLaren. The British driver's dream is realised. And at the 110th attempt, he's done it. He's won it.
You've done it, mate. You've done it.
Oh, about time. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much. We did it, Will! We did it!
Well, Max Verstappen is going to have to dig deeper than at any other point so far this season. And those at McLaren will be bouncing. Both cars upgraded, and they look like they've been upgraded to the very front of the field. Lando Norris has chased him all the way to the flag, but Max Verstappen will take back the top step, and he beats Lando Norris by 7/10 of a second.
Unlucky, almost. We just lost too much in the beginning, but another amazing weekend, well done everyone. A lot of points, another trophy. Let's keep it up.
Welcome to the Monaco Grand Prix. Piastri comes home for his first podium of the season.
P2, lovely job.
P2 in Monaco. I'll take it. Thanks everyone.
Here's the opportunity for Lando Norris, who started in third, trying to claim second place. How powerful is the DRS? There's your answer. Lando Norris gets past Max Verstappen and takes second place in the Grand Prix.
This is an opportunity. Russell's not had to defend from the DRS yet.
This is the battle for the lead. Norris moving past, under braking and going through. Lando Norris leads the Canadian Grand Prix. Verstappen going through turn number 1, and Lando Norris is going to be standing on the power in the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix for a second, but the tyres aren't up to temperature and it was worth the gamble, but Verstappen retakes first place in the race. Max Verstappen is checking the left mirror and the right mirror because his closest challenger in the championship is looming large in the mirrors. This time it's the outside line. Oh, they made contact. He's got a puncher. He's damaged his front wing. The leading contenders for the World Championship come together at turn 3. The crowd can't believe it. Lando Norris was dreaming of a second Grand Prix victory. He is out of the race, having made contact with Max Verstappen. Oscar Piastri's 4th podium finish in Formula One.
Look how close Lando Norris is to Lewis Hamilton. There's a real chance he's going to overtake in an unusual area. He's done it. Lando Norris now takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. Here comes Max Verstappen. He moves to the outside and he makes the move. He's up into second place and Lando was not able to fight that. Lando Norris, back-to-back podiums here at Silverstone.
And the Hungarian Grand Prix is underway. Lando Norris chops across his teammate, but it's a good reaction time for Oscar Piastri. The two cars go side by side with Piastri down to the inside. Verstappen trying to go the long way round. Piastri takes the lead of the race.
Can he undercut Piastri from here? 2 seconds.
That's the question, isn't it? Can he get onto the fresher rubber? Can he put the pressure on that way? They chose to bring in their leader in the championship. Norris was second in the points, Piastri fifth in the points coming into this one. As we see, Lando Norris with a 2.3 second stop that will ask questions of Oscar Piastri. This is a massive moment if the man from Melbourne is going to win his first Grand Prix today.
Round the final corner, and I think Lando is going to lead the race.
This is going to be a huge moment. Lando Norris goes past his teammate.
And Lando, there are 5 laps to go. The way to win a championship is not by yourself, it's with the team. You're going to need Oscar, and you're going to need the team.
Lando Norris is backing off. He was on the cusp of a second Grand Prix victory. Oscar Piastri goes back through into the lead of a Grand Prix. The Australian driver advances all the way to the checkered flag. Oscar Piastri wins for the first time in Formula One.
Well done, Oscar, well done. Checkered flag. Well done, buddy. Really good.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thanks for the coordination.
And the Dutch Grand Prix is underway. What sort of reaction is it? It's a poor start for Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen takes the lead. On board with Lando Norris trying to take the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix from the home favourite. He's getting to the apex first. He's moving ahead, and all of the damage done at the start of the Grand Prix is forgotten now. Today, at the house that Max rebuilt, the winner's orange once again. For the second time in Formula One, Lando Norris wins.
It was a champion's drive, very well deserved.
And the Italian Grand Prix is underway. Lando Norris is looking at his teammate and he's got the launch that he needs. McLaren finally get the start they needed from Lando Norris. The McLarens are side by side and Oscar Piastri is going all the way around the outside to take the lead with a bold and brilliant move. Lando still can't keep the lead on lap number 1 and he's lost second place to Charles Leclerc. And for the second time in his career, Charles Leclerc is the winner of the Italian Grand Prix.
There's going to be huge questions of McLaren. So many things have been mishandled on that team today. They've thrown away this win.
Obviously a short run to turn 1, so it's going to take something pretty special to get into the lead, but nothing's impossible, and like you said, anything can happen here around Baku.
Here's the chance for Oscar Piastri. How brave is he feeling on the brakes? It's a dive bomb move. It's a change of lead. Oscar Piastri wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Yeah, boy. Lovely.
Yes. Well done, everybody. That was probably the most stressful afternoon of my life.
And the Singapore Grand Prix is underway. Good reaction time for Lando Norris, who will hold the lead. This is a race that Lando Norris will desperately want to win. For the third time in Formula One, Lando Norris takes the checkered flag. A dominant drive complete. Max Verstappen on the defensive, Lando Norris on the attack, Lando Norris going through on the brakes, or can Verstappen hang on to it? He keeps his foot in, they both go off the road. Norris moves ahead for the first time since lap number 1, but he did so with all 4 wheels off the road. Lando Norris has a penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. He is 3.3 seconds ahead of Verstappen. Third on the road, but with a penalty applied, it will be 4th position. This is brave from Lando Norris trying to go around the outside. Max Verstappen barges his rival off the road. And the contentious debate of position between the top 2 drivers in the World Championship continues. From Austin to Mexico City, they collide this time. Verstappen throwing it to the inside. They're both off. Extraordinary. Elbows out brawling between the 2 of them. And Charles Leclerc takes advantage to go up to 2nd position. How about that? Carlos Sainz wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. Lando Norris finishes in 2nd.
Me too. What a mate.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a lot more.
Lando Norris comes across the line, and Oscar Piastri takes the sprint win. And the McLaren swap on the 19th and final lap on the last corner. Piastri beats Norris across the line by 1/10 of a second, and there was a twist in the tail. Back-to-back sprint wins in Qatar for Oscar Piastri. Piastri should have won in Sao Paulo, gave it to Norris. Norris returns the favour and gives it back to Piastri, and they've both won sprints. And in the Constructors, they score exactly the same number of points. This is the moment that McLaren dreamed of. Lando Norris wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. McLaren are world champions of 2024. They win the Constructors title for the first time since 1998.
Big thank you to everyone in McLaren, everyone in Papaya, everyone who supported us this year, because it's been a tough one, but for us to win a Constructors after 26 years is pretty special.